Hi, I'm Mike and I currently chair the Raleigh Chopper and Retro Rally Show committee. I'm sure a lot of you recognise me from the show and shine and the all sorts auction that we do at the events, so you'll know that what I'm telling you is official. Now, regular attendees to our events will know that Emberton Country Park was selected as a replacement for Billing when we lost Billing, and it was always meant to be a temporary measure. Now, for one reason or another, we've ended up being there now for 2 years. And we are aware that it's far from perfect. We've had a lot of comments regarding certain things that needed to be addressed or that just weren't there and just weren't available. So myself and the committee have been working over the last few months in order to source a replacement venue. Now, it's not as easy as you may think. I know a lot of people just say, oh, we'll just phone up and book the dates and off we rock and that's it. It's not. Our event is quite unique. We need kind of a hybrid type field, because we're not an event as such and we're not camping as such. We kind of hold our event in a camping field, if you like. So a lot of the places that you try and phone or that we try and phone tend to be either a campsite or an empty field with nothing in it. Now, one of the comments that we had regarding Emberton was in regard to the lack of facilities in the field. So hiring a field with nothing in it is completely pointless and we're back to square one. So we thought we'd found one in Nottingham. We thought we will relocate to the home of Raleigh. It's pretty much in the centre of the country. We'll go to Nottingham. And right up until last week, it was all looking good. We found a really good place. It had really good facilities. It had plenty for the kids to do. It looked great. However, there is a problem. And the problem is, with our week being quite a busy one, they needed to secure a certain amount of bookings by the end of March to secure the field, and we know we can't do that. There's no way we can get that amount of bookings by the end of March. It just won't happen. And if we don't, we risk sharing the field with other people. We also risk the field being booked up in the meantime, and then 20 of us are in the field and 20 of us are on the road outside. So we just can't afford to lose a field. We can't afford to jeopardise the event. The other issue is as well, people think, oh, there's plenty of time, it's May, the event. That's not the target. The target is pretty much now. I mean, it's March the 2nd today, and we were supposed to confirm with Emberton a week ago that we were going to use their field. Now, I've been off this week because half term I was away, so I've sort of give us a bit of a week's leeway there, but nevertheless, we still haven't managed to secure somewhere, and time is ticking on. So if we don't secure Emberton, we run the risk of not having anywhere at all, and we just can't risk that. So what we've decided to do is to book Emberton again for the May event, the Chopper event, and we will continue to try to find somewhere in time for September. We can then try it out in September. If it's any good, great, we've got the new venue for the following year, which will be 2026. If it's no good, we can say we tried it and we can still go on. But we really need to try to get something sorted by September. It's just not going to happen in time for May, sadly. Now, we have listened to some of your concerns regarding the field. So I've already made a call to Emberton to ensure that the grass is cut and that the Elson point is clear. We're also going to invest in some toilets for the field. Now, of course, it's not going to be a luxury caravan with a guy at the door spraying Armani perfume at you. It's going to be the normal portaloos that you get on a building site type thing. But nevertheless, I'm sure if everybody treats them with a little bit of respect, then they will be fine, and it will be helpful to keep people in the field when they just need to go for a wee. So we're going to do that. Of course, we've had to pay for that, so that needs to be taken into consideration. We need to really keep our purse strings as tight as we possibly can. So any help that you guys give, which you always do, will be greatly appreciated, because we need to try and recoup those costs. They aren't cheap. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to try and restructure the field somewhat. We're going to try and lay it out a little bit, because we felt that a few people may feel a little bit out of it because they're right over to one side of the field and all the activity is happening at one end. Fair enough, it only happens there for a couple of hours and the rest of the time it's just wandering. But we thought if we could maybe try and restructure the field a little bit so the hive of activity is in the centre, then we'll try and do that. We're also going to try and do a little bit more of a policing of people arriving and try and just squeeze everyone in a little bit better, or at least lay them out a little bit better, because we're getting people that are just taking up loads of space and it is automatically forcing people out into the other field, which we want to try and keep everyone as close as we can. Which brings me to another point. Another reason why we need to book Edmonton is that they've already had an inquiry about our field for that week. Now, I've said that we really, really need that week. It's got to be that weekend. So is there any chance that they can move, etc., etc.? So one thing they've said is that they will go in the smaller fields. So if you imagine going in through the gate and turning left instead of right, they've suggested that they will be able to go in there. However, if we don't hurry up and get this date confirmed, they'll relocate back into our main field, which is another reason why time just isn't on our side. The target, as I say, was a week ago. So, and we're going to try and get some entertainment in the field if we possibly can. A couple of the committee lads are making a couple of inquiries regarding some entertainment, DJs, and maybe something for the kids, just to see if we can liven that field up a little bit for May. So it's not all doom and gloom. We have listened. We are aware that Edmonton isn't the perfect location, and we are trying to do something about it. As I say, just the target was a week ago, so we just don't have the flexibility, or the time isn't on our side to be able to just say, oh well, we'll just keep looking for somewhere, because if it all goes badly wrong, we've lost Edmonton and we've lost the event, and we really don't want that. So we have listened to your concerns. We're doing something about it. We really hope that you can join us in May at Edmonton. Hopefully the changes that we make will make it a little bit more pleasant for everyone. Thanks for listening. I appreciate your time and your understanding, and hopefully we'll see you in May. Bye for now.